on, everybody, and happy Monday. It is a beautiful, beautiful Monday, and it's kind of warm out here, but it's whatever. Today, I usually don't make too many videos beating up eBay, but man, I do gotta say, this is probably one of the worst eBay weekends I've had in a pretty long time. And this is despite having listings going live every day, even throughout the weekend, and running a sale, a 10% sale, pretty much on the whole store throughout the weekend. So on eBay, this weekend, overall, I had a good weekend. And I'll talk about that part in a minute. But on eBay, I literally had only 8 orders all weekend. So from Thursday, probably afternoon, maybe Thursday evening, all the way through to Friday, like literally nothing. I had no orders at all. So I'm like, that's crazy, right? So I'm like, all right, maybe it'll pick up on the weekend. Not really. All weekend, all I had was 8 orders total. I had a bunch of lowball offers. I had an item, right, that's selling pretty much across the market for $30, right? With the 10% sale that I'm running, this item that I have is selling for about, I want to say $23, $24 free shipping, okay? $23, $24 free shipping. They're like some planting pots. You probably seen them in that video. They're the ones with color and all that. Tell me why I keep getting lowball offers of like $15 and like less than that even. Like, dude, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I started to block the person because they kept doing it, but I ain't block them. I just stopped answering. But that's the type of things I was dealing with on eBay this weekend. I'm just like, this is just crazy. But overall, I had a good weekend because so my total order count for the weekend was 235 orders. So if you take out the eBay orders, what's that? 227? 227 total orders. Of course, that's all Walmart and Amazon. And of those 227, probably, I don't know, a little over half of them would have been Walmart. It was definitely more on Walmart. I forgot what the breakdown was, but the majority of that 227 was Walmart, and the rest was Amazon. Now, I will say this, that while I have less listed on Amazon and Walmart than eBay, the items that I list on Amazon and Walmart, for the most part, not everything, sell for more and have a higher sell-through. But I would put them on eBay if it wasn't for the fact that I've tried it and they still won't sell. And even when they do sell, people want to lowball me on them. Like, I got makeup items, guys, that I've already talked about, the fact that I got $1.30 into these items, right? Some of these items are selling for $20 to $30 on Walmart and Amazon. $20, $30. I sold a bunch of that type of stuff this weekend, right? Crazy margins. You put that on eBay, one, is probably going to sit there forever because nobody wants to pay that much. Two, they're going to lowball you. If you put an offer on it, if you don't put an offer, if you don't put best offers, it definitely is going to sit there forever. But if you got best offers, they're going to put in these lowball offers on it. And so I just don't even deal with it no more. It's pointless for me to put those items on eBay at this point. And this just makes me wonder, like I don't want to give up on eBay, but it makes me wonder, is it even worth it for me for the type of stuff that I'm selling? You know, it has a purpose, man, but time-wise, it's just getting to the point where I'm just like, why, you know? Just why, man? Why? And I'm not mad overall because it sells. Like, my stuff sold on other platforms. I'm just frustrated at the fact that you put the time and effort into eBay, but it's not, and this ain't, you know, other people probably have more sales. I'm just saying, like, this is my personal experience. For me and the type of items I sell. Okay, so let's just kind of get that straight. Is it even worth it? I don't know, man, but I do know this. As far as those types of items go, like, I don't know, I just ain't gonna really worry about it as far as eBay goes. I'm just gonna kind of continue to focus on the other two platforms, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get rid of eBay. You know, just not gonna do it. It's there, it can act as a safety net, and it has its purposes. It has its purposes. Which brings me to the next, I got a couple topics today. I'm actually on the way to the post office. I got a couple topics. But the next point is, there's a guy who works out of the storage unit facility that I'm in, who does a lot of estate sales and things like that. He does estate sales. He goes out, he sells this stuff, man. He has a lot of stuff, man, and sells for higher margins. And so I was talking to him, and me and him are debating on going into business together, or basically I do consignment for him. I don't want to do consignment for people, but for him, because I know him, because I've done business with him before, maybe me and him will have a relationship where he gives me the items, I list it, and he already said we split it 50-50. I would do something like that. And so these are majority of collectibles, bigger items, so you know I'll have to figure out storage for that, but basically I'm doing everything on the one end as far as listing and shipping, but he's providing the merchandise. You know, why not? You know, I ain't got to go out and look for it. I don't have to do any of that. He just brings it to me, we research it, look it up, see if it's worth listing. If it is, we put it up and we split the profits. I think I'm going to do that with him. So this is where eBay can be useful at, right? And neither of us are like in a super rush for the things to sell, so it's just like you put them up, and when they sell, they sell. So I think I'm going to be doing that, which, you know, gets into that whole always being open to opportunities, and we'll see how it works. I'm going to have the accountant figured out, but I have an accountant, so I'll just let him know about it. I'll keep track of the items, and he can kind of work on the accountant part of the items and figure that stuff out. I ain't even going to worry about it, but I think I'm going to do that. Also, I had a meeting with a guy that he runs a I guess you can say a liquidation store up here. It's called Early Birds Discount Store. Basically, he buys pallets, and even though he has bins and stuff, it's not really a bin store, you know what I mean? But he buys pallets and he sells out of the store. He does pretty good. Him and I, we often trade stuff, or he'll always like give me a call when he got something that he knows I can sell that really doesn't move, especially health and beauty stuff. Doesn't really move all that well in his store. So he'll call me up. I got some stuff from him this past weekend that has really, really good margins. And it was pretty cheap, man. I spent about $240 with him. About $240. And honestly, I'll probably end up making, I don't know, maybe about shoot, after it's all said and done, I think I should make a good 500 or so, maybe 500 or 600, because the one items I got from him, it's 144 units. It's $1 a piece, and $1.20, 25 a piece, and I'm probably going to be able to sell those for about 12 something on Amazon each per unit, because they're discontinued and there's absolutely nobody on the listing. I started to make a video, but I didn't want to show nobody what it was. But there's nobody on the listing. The listing's been stale, but I've been on this listing multiple times, and every time I do, after a few like a week or so, it'll pick up. And once it really picks up and people realize this item is back, they sell out just like that. So give me a second, guys. I gotta run into this post office and drop off these packages. I will be right back. All right, so I am done with that. And if you guys wonder how I drop off 235 items, I use scan forms, guys. I know a lot of people don't like them, they rail against them. I've been using scan sheets for the last 3 years or so. Well, absolutely no issues. I've never had any issues. I never had any issues to my metrics on eBay, Amazon, or Walmart. Every once in a blue, item will, for whatever reason, not get that second scan every once in a blue, but I've never had any major issues. So it's convenient, it's faster, and that's the way I do it. So to each his own, right? But anyway, back to what I was saying. I got these items from this guy. So this is another relationship that I have built with a person in my city who also does liquidation, things that he don't sell or don't like to sell or just can't. He'll call me, and when I need to get rid of certain stuff that I figure that I think might do well for him, I'll call him, and so we go back and forth. Another thing that I've been doing is, and I got this idea in my marketplace searches, just looking for stuff to buy off of marketplace, is that I realized, okay, you got people that sell a lot of stuff on marketplace that do couponing. So I started joining couponing groups a little while back, and I would message people, or if they, or even if they're in my city, because not everybody is, I'll go see them. I'll actually buy some stuff for the house, and then I'll talk to them, you know, and I'll say, look, essentially, I'm a reseller, and I would be interested in buying items from you in bulk if you're interested in selling in bulk, because, you know, I know you on Facebook, and one, you got to list it, two, you got to deal with the people if they show up, if they don't show up. So if we can work on the price, I will take it from you, you know, $500,000 more dollars, or we can go by units, whatever. We can settle on a good, decent price per unit. And I've had one lady so far who's willing to work with me, and so we're putting that together. But like, these are the things that you can do. If you sell clothes, you can join clothing groups, or, you know, there's all types of ways that you can source, guys. You can't be just stuck on, oh, let me go to the thrift, or let me go do some arbitrage, or the traditional means that people use, right? One thing I noticed, I don't know if you guys heard of his channel, but Taylor Exchange, he opened up a buy, sell, trade store, right? That's genius if you think about it, right? He can work out the space, and then he has inventory brought to him. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard him say, like, he has to do a lot of traveling to source his inventory. And so he's figuring out ways to cut down on that and to have inventory brought to him. So that's thinking outside the box. If I'm not mistaken, Bo does the same thing. Well, no, I don't know if he has a buy, sell, trade store. If I'm not, he does something. I can't remember what it was. I was watching his channel, but something he was either going to do or thinking about doing that would allow inventory to be brought to him. I know he orders bales of clothing. But my main point is this. Depending on what you like to sell, look for Facebook groups. You can join groups of people that buy storage units. And you say, hey, look, if you come across this type of stuff, I am a buyer of these types of items, and you can give me a call, and we may be able to make a deal. And it could be vice versa, right? If you got certain items that you don't really like or can't sell, you want to get rid of them, maybe you can offload them to those people. But use Facebook Marketplace, guys. I got this one lady already, and I know I'm gonna get some more people, because just in even talking to her, a lot of people would like to get that cash up front, that like big amount of cash up front, instead of $2 here, $10 there, $20 here. Who wouldn't want to get straight 500, straight 1,000, 15, depending on how much it is, right? How many items we talking about at once. And not everything that they sell do I want to sell, especially like the detergents and stuff like that. But there's a lot of things that they have that I do want to sell, and so I'll do that. But again, between the guy that has his own little bin store, if you want to call it that, discount store, he calls it a discount store, so we'll call it that. The couponers, and just making these relationships, I'm able to work on other sources of inventory. And then once you become known for that, people will reach out to you, they'll pass it on to others, and you will begin to grow your business in other ways. Don't just depend on the traditional methods of sourcing and things like that to grow your business, guys. Just don't do it. Even with Mike, his name is Mike, the guy that does the estate sales. He's been doing this for a long time. He got 2 stores, and him and his wife, they just go all over the place. They load up their Penske and they sell it at these you know, these sales and stuff, and then they go to more estate sales and buy more stuff, and that's how I met him in that unit. We talked about it, and he was like, well, look, if you want to list these things up on eBay, we can just split the profits. I'm like, all right, well, let's give it a try. You know, we'll pick out some items and research them, see how they sell, and if we think they'll do good, we'll try it out and see if the partnership works or not. And if it don't, it don't. But if it does, it's a way for me to add some inventory to my eBay store that has a higher average sale price, and without me having to really go out and look for this stuff. And so I'm solving a problem for him, and he's helping me solve a problem. So we're helping solve each other's problem, and that's what you got to do. You got to be able to help someone solve a problem that they're having, and if you can do that, then they will help you solve a problem in return. And so that's the main thing I'm working on. eBay was real slow for me. I don't know what was going on this weekend. It is what it is, but I'm not dependent just on eBay. And it would be definitely a little bit more concerning if that was the only platform, but I ain't even worried about it. But I do want to use eBay. I am not going to give up on eBay, but man, I was a little frustrated. Like, come on, dude. You know, like, I still put time and effort into this platform. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but hey, you got to go what works. And the fact that those other two platforms did so well for me, it always just confirms itself, right? You really don't need nobody to tell you what's working, because it's either going to show you that it is or show you that it ain't. And at the end of the day, you got to run with and pour gasoline on whatever's working the best for you, right? But that's how my Monday is starting off. It is almost 3 o'clock. And I ended up doing most of my shipping Saturday and Sunday. Majority of it, I was in my storage unit until around 12 a.m. last night, doing a lot of shipping, and then I came in today. And I was going to do a video and start this video this morning, but I ain't, no. I finished up. I had about 12 more orders that came through overnight on Walmart, and about, I don't know, 15 that came through on Amazon, so I had to knock those out. And then I did my little poultry 8 eBay orders last. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Now, I'm about to go in here. Damn it, I meant to go to the house first and grab something. Anyway, I'm about to go in here. I got some things, well, the stuff that I got from Josh at the discount store. I wanted to cross post that between it's like some Zarbee's, AccuView, like contact cleaner stuff, bunch of other stuff. Some of it's I'm actually going to send into Amazon FBA, and some of it's actually going to be listed on eBay. I'm going to get that listed, and then I'm going to be changing up, because especially if I'm going to do this deal with Mike, I'm going to have an area to photo those things. So let's just go inside. Anyways, ain't no point in talking out here and letting my car run, right? But I'm going to have to change my photo setup so that I can photograph larger items anyway, which I am not set up for at the moment. But it's good. Give me a second. But it should be an easy fix for sure. So all I'm going to do is I'm probably going to get rid of the box, or just move it out the way. I'm gonna take that stand down, and I'm gonna just put up like a good background so I can have it bigger. So put up a bigger background and just kind of take pictures right on the table. Yeah, it's kind of messy over here right now. It's whatever, man. I got a lot of cleaning to do. This is stuff I gotta list on eBay, but I'm gonna have a bigger background. I'm gonna just pretty much take pictures on the table. I do have like bigger lights at home, so like the studio lights, and I'll just kind of use those, and I'll set it up and go from there, guys. A lot of the stuff I got from Josh, pretty much I don't really And I can't show y'all that because some of that's going into Amazon, so I don't want people to see that. But after I do that, then I gotta restock. I gotta clean up my area because it's a mess from shipping. My supplies are low, but today is Monday, and if y'all remember, I told y'all you should do your orders on Sunday, but if not Sunday, on Mondays. So I already put in my orders for more boxes and more envelopes because I'm running low. And this is probably the busiest weekend that I've had in a while. I haven't had shit. I haven't had 200 something orders to do, man, in months coming off a weekend. I was hovering around 100, a little bit less than 100 between all platforms. So this one kind of shot up, but that was in large part due to the fact that I've been getting a lot of this inventory that I already had listed. So it's not like there was just this like special thing happening or nothing like that. I was just listing stuff that I had. I also got a video coming up in which I'm gonna share with you guys. Somebody had reached out to me about some things they wanted some help with, and it just made me realize a lot of stuff, man. And I want to go over. I'm trying to talk to them right now about, you know, what I can share in a video, what they would be comfortable with. And once I can nail that down, we'll figure that part out. But I think I might try to do more videos in a vlogging type of way. See how it go. I don't know. But anyway, if you guys got any questions down below, go ahead and drop them down below. How did your eBay weekend go? Was your sales up, down? Was it the worst weekend you had on eBay in a while or not? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'm out for now.